Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the CJ Entis versus Evil Geniuses show match, spawning in the bottom position. Let's say he's on top on the. All right, there you go. Got the score fixed. Spawning in the bottom right position as the blue Protoss player from Team CJ Entis, it is herO. And his opponent spawning in the top left position as the red Zerg player from Team Evil Geniuses, it is none other than the Dong Jaedong. So, PVZ, we just saw Revival get taken down by Sora. It was actually a really cool game by Sora. I gotta say, the way he played versus Revival was absolutely magnificent. I don't honestly know what to expect this time around. There's the fast pylon on low ground and herO with the quick probe scout. So he has the potential to do something like drop a forge back in his base and try to do something aggressive. Belshir Vestige is one of those maps that's actually kind of classically known for being prone to the cannon rushes. And look at the way he's tucked this probe in here. Such a little cheeky bugger. If Jaedong goes with a hatchery first style of play, he could punish this with the cannon rush. And we don't see a probe yet moving down to the natural to actually build a forge. So I guess he just wants to scout this. It is pool first, so he's come out to check. He's like, okay, a hatchery. I like this because herO brought the probe out at the perfect timing when the hatchery would have started for a hatch first. So he's basically saying, okay, I know you're not going hatch first. Let's see what time the pool is. He didn't want to show the probe unless he was facing a pool first. So that's actually really smart play from herO. I do like that a lot. The drone comes down now to build a natural, but it's a Nexus first from the CJ Entis Protoss player, so he can't really pylon block this. It'd be very ballsy, so the hatchery will go up without too much trouble. And it's not really, yeah, they're very close, about 6-second difference. So there's the forge. This is just going to be a very standard setup. Forge, then he'll drop another pylon and probably resume the probe production in the meantime. So the probe actually comes up here. He's trying to just mess with the mineral patch, delay the mining. Cute little play. Look at the drone. He's like, please. And he's like, nope. No minerals for you, says the CJ Entis Protoss player. Jaedong's Overlord comes in, though. He knows all. He's like, okay, Nexus first. Pretty... I like this. I actually haven't seen a Nexus first in a while. I feel like it's become slightly less popular over the course of the last few months. So that's something that's slightly refreshing. The drone tried to place the hatchery. The probe gets in there. He's got the dong block on that third. And the drone will be able to get up and start the hatchery. Not the most delayed thing ever, but you kind of have to play off of really fast third base if you're up against a Protoss player that's gone for the Nexus first, just because the Protoss on two bases, if you're on the same economy as a Protoss player, as a Zerg, you're in a nightmare situation. So getting the fast third is almost a must. And he will pick off the probe, which is also nice because that means that there's no potential for that thing to sneak around, maybe lay down a proxy pylon for any type of two base or any type of aggression really at all. Main base is saturated. And I'm wondering what kind of tech we're going to see come out of him. He's got these two geysers. He's just chrono boosting the probes out. Zealot will begin. But I guess that's going to basically be the first thing that we'll see. So if you guys have missed the other games so far in this show match, we had a delay on Oz versus Hydra. But a pretty good game between Sky High and JYP. The JYP was able to take. He got the first win. Effort also scored a win for CJ Entis over In Control. One of the more relatively short games, but looks like we have a pause here from herO. Hopefully everything is okay. Says Jamshi Mano. I don't know what that means. He asked a question. The observer says nay, so yes. He didn't put a question mark there, but I assume if the observer says nay, he's got to be asking a question. That's all I got. Okay. Whatever he says, he's like go. Okay, so we're gonna go. All right, everyone says go. So he's got to start it. All right. Good. Okay, so Jaedong is bringing the queen out, and there we see, there it is. There's the Stargate. The Stargate from CJ Entis herO. And this is nice. Like I said, Stargate play, not bad at all. And of course, we just saw the Stargate from Sora. He was able to do not honestly too much damage with the Phoenix. He killed maybe 2 Overlords. That's just about what he's gonna. That's just about what hero's going to be able to get here. Since, I mean, there's 2 slow Overlords here, mostly just to scout. In all honesty, they want to know the gas timings, unlike the natural. And by seeing these gas timings, he can say to himself, if you're taking your gas this soon, it's probably not any type of gateway attack, and he would be totally just in that assumption, because there's only one gateway, but it's actually a very fast Oracle instead of a Phoenix, and the Overlord will see this. So this is kind of interesting. Jaedong knows it's a fast Oracle play, and Oracles are just good all around. They're very, very good units to have if you can keep them alive. The Oracle is only as good as the hand controlling it with the mouse. And this Overlord will finally be picked off. Jaedong's moving out some Zerglings, but he has his lair on the way before Zergling speed. And as I say that, the Zergling speed does begin. Mothership Core also starting. The Zealot and the Stalker get caught at the tower, though. Very nice grab for Jaedong. These Zerglings getting the hug of death on those units. And at the same time, there's the third base for herO. I think if you lose your early units like that, it's hard to be aggressive. So the Oracle comes in to bring the harass. Void Ray behind this. The Void Ray, of course, will allow him to safely take that third base. And now he's just going to move in, focusing down the drones, looking to get a good number of kills here. He's got 4 so far. Gets a 5th, 6th, 7 drones. And he's actually just going to sit here and just kill drones all day. The Queen might be able to kill this Oracle, but I guess this is, yeah, man, he killed a lot of drones. You kill 12 drones with an Oracle. I got to say, that's probably worth. It's probably worth. So the cannon is on the way in the third base to help keep that safe, and he's bringing the Zerglings up here, but the Mothership Core and the Stalker are here. There's no Roach Warren, so this could just be Zergling Hydralisk coming out of Jaedong this game. Zealot does get surrounded. The Stalker's doing what he can to clean him up, and he's going to clean up all of Jaedong's Zerglings here. And double Stargate. Is this a CJ Entis thing? Are they all just playing with Void Rays? They're just like, you CJ Entis Protoss players today just be like, let's build lots of Void Rays. Jaedong was actually, he was going to start a Spire and then changed his mind to the Infestation Pit. So that's pretty interesting. Usually Zergling Hydralisk compositions tend to move into Ultralisk-based late games, since you get upgrades for Zerglings. And as I say that, he does finally start an Evolution Chamber. There were no upgrades to speak of so far, which makes that transition difficult. But here's the Void Ray chewing him apart. Does he know about the Stargates? That Overseer got awfully close. Let's check. He does not. He does not know about the triple Stargate setup. So any type of fast hive play, I think, is naturally countered by the Stargate. You kind of need, I feel like one of the more solid ways to deal with the heavy Stargate play from the Protoss player, aside from going into some type of mass Wormhost Turtle setup, is you play with a lot of Queens and use Transfuses. And yeah, Infestors are also a pretty solid option as well. He has Pathogen Glands coming in. So triple Void Ray production, the +1 air weapons is on the way. And he's bringing this Void Ray to harass. There's no mobile anti-air. The Hydralisks are being produced, but there's actually nothing here to stop this Void Ray. Queen is finally coming up, but he turns the Microwave on high. And this hatchery is going to lose pretty much most of its health. The Queen's trying to bring some harass. As slow as it is off creep, Queens actually have really nice range from the ground, but the Void Rays are just continuing to pump out. And I think this could reach a situation where, these Zerglings, are these going to see all the Void Rays? I think this should be a trigger for him, a big alarm. He's like, oh goodness, you've got 4 Void Rays at 11 minutes, pressing my 4th base. I'm wondering how he's going to react to this. Immediately a Queen in the production tab. Still getting now the Infestors are beginning as well. He does need to be careful. Once the Hydralisks get their speed upgrade, they move faster than the Void Rays. But, I mean, that being said, the Hydralisk speed upgrade has not yet started, which will make things a little bit difficult. Pathogen Glands is done. Infestors are going to be coming out soon. Still no really too much on the way of upgrades. Templar Archive is coming in. Charge is also on the way. So I guess he's going to get Storm with this. Phoenix coming in to pick up a few drones. Nothing crazy. There's some Zealots here set up to block a 5th base from being built by herO. And he's actually lost a Phoenix. He's just still dancing around. Just kind of wondering what the tech options are that are available. Yeah, it's just going to be this Hydralisk Infestor Ling setup. And the Infestors, you want to get the Infestors to lock the Void Rays in if you can grab them with the Fungal Growth. And then obviously the Hydralisks have the attack damage to kill them, but these Zerglings running on the left side, herO's got him for the most part. These Hydras should be able to clean up these Zealots without too much trouble, though, as Charge is not yet done. Does grab the 2 Phoenix, which is very nice for Jaedong. Delaying not only a little bit of map control from the Phoenix, but also the ability of the Phoenix to scout. So the Zerglings come in with the Hydras. Will pick this off, but here comes the army. The big difference between this setup and what Sora went for is there's no Colossi. He's just playing with He's just massing Void Rays, man. I feel like I'm watching one side of a 4v4. There's the fungal growth. Now he will have to use recall, I feel, to get out of this. I think you can recall when you're fungled. But yeah, there's the recall, so he will be able to get away. And at the same time, this can also help defend the third base. Very important. And he even kills the third hatchery. That's really what he was going for. So very, very nice there to kill the third hatchery while also getting away with the Void Rays, because that's what fungal growth is so good for. But that's it. He's literally massing Void Rays. With a few Templar in the back, it seems to be his follow-up. He wants to go probably just Charge Lot Void Ray Storm and just use the storms to kill any Hydralisks that try to directly engage the Void Rays. He does have a pylon on the right side he can use for harass. There's a pylon going up on the left side. We could see a fourth base for herO. Jaedong, he's got to rebuild that fourth base. He's also about to finish building what was going to be the fifth base. So Jaedong's just trying to reset up his economy and everything that he had going. But here comes. This is such a scary army. This is not necessarily the highest hit point army in StarCraft 2, but this is going to do more damage than most unit compositions you're going to see in this game. This many Hydralisks with the Infestors to add in the fungal growth. So directly engaging this is going to be very tough. He needs to get perfect force fields with the few sentries that he does have. There's the fungal, and he's immediately going to use a recall, but 3 Void Rays are going to get caught anyway. Oh, he needs to get these guys out of there. They attack one of the Infestors, but don't manage to pick it off. The Hydras are giving chase. They do have that speed lead. The Hydras are going to press the left side base, though, so no fourth base for herO. He's being locked in. This is such a tough situation to be in because the Infestors counter both the Zealots and the Void Rays with these Hydralisks in tow. And Jaedong, I mean, I feel like a Colossus transition is almost a must, but he's like, no, man, I just want a mass Void Rays. He does have some Zealots in the main base as well as the natural expansion of Jaedong, bringing some pressure. The Hydras are trying to press the third base of herO. Hasn't lost any probes here. Lost a gateway, it seemed, but the Void Ray is actually doing a lot of damage. The thing is, these Hydras are so squishy without that Infestor support to lock down the air army. There's some great storms from herO, eviscerating a good majority of these Hydras, and what's left is very weak. The Zealots are getting warped in as well. The Archon can do a fantastic amount of damage. Fungal growth is not going to be enough in this situation. The Void Rays are coming in. They're the infested Terrans. That Marine army there, we see the Prismatic Alignment activated, will only actually affect the Infestors, as nothing else in this army composition is armored, but the Zealots at the same time are still going ham in the natural and the main base. The fourth base is on the way for herO, and Jaedong's army is blasted back. 38 Hydralisks are being built. 2 additional Queens as well, since he did lose them in the natural. That +1 Carapace is finally being started. He does have the +2, but now Zealots are pressing that left side base. The Void Rays could attack the right base. He does have some Zealots inside the main, and if those Zealots get on top of the Hydras, man, look, they die so quickly. I have to keep into account the fact that the Zealots only cost minerals, and those Hydralisks are very expensive for what they do. So with the Dark Shrine coming in, that's going to be some great harassment utility. In fact, I don't think there's Spore Crawlers on any of these bases. There's just one in the natural and one in the main base. The third will be vulnerable as well as the fourth. Obviously, any fifth base. And CJ Antis herO is just setting up a lot of photon cannons at his expansion. I think if he holds on to this fourth base, if Jaedong doesn't kill this fourth base right now, I think herO is going to be in a fantastic spot. But he does need to keep his army in position. He doesn't actually have any. He's not been keeping tabs really on Jaedong's army. He's just kind of sitting here waiting, trying to rebolster his forces. First couple of Dark Templar are being warped in, but these Hydralisks, ooh, where are they going to engage? That's really the money question here. But I think herO only needs another minute or two to really start getting a return on the investment for this fourth base. A couple Hydras do get clipped outside. He's warping in some DTs to actually help with the engagement. There's no detection here. Fungal growth hits the Void Rays, but he does have some Templar to storm, and he's going to get some fantastic storms, taking out the majority of the health on these Hydras. Everything is just dying in a shower of lightning and lasers as the Dark Templar are coming in, cleaving this army in half. Everything dies for Jaedong. He's dropped below 100 supply, and as they DT 7-8 kills now at Jaedong's fourth base, he has absolutely crippled the Tyrant in this match. A couple Hydras are left outside the fourth, but there's too many photon cannons here to break this position. I think herO has secured himself a fantastic spot in this game. There's still no Spore Crawlers here. 2 Overseers will come up, but this Dark Templar is still going to have a lot of time to just pick off drones. Zerglings are finally going to get brought in to destroy it, but that fourth base taking a lot of damage. Even the main base, the Queen gets picked off, and that means more drones, less gas income. There's only 33 drones left. He's killed 63 drones this game. 63 drones have died in the making of this game of StarCraft, and he's still just massing Void Rays because why not? The Zealot Archon composition with this many Void Rays has worked out surprisingly well versus the excuse me, the Hydralisk Infestor composition. But +1 flyer attacks is coming in. I don't know if he can make a Mutalisk switch when his opponent has 3 Stargates. It's, I don't, what do you do? He doesn't, I mean, aside from the fact he doesn't really have any money to make any type of switch, the Spire is just kind of there for, well, for giggles. But the 4th base, it's secure. He has additional gateways being added on. He's going to get into a little bit of a fight. These Zealots taking on the Zerglings, of course. They do have the upgrade advantage with that +3 attack. So they take out the Zerglings with 2 attack volleys. He's leaving the Zealots on the left side, and he's moving in with the Archons and the Void Rays on the right. This is basically the most of the mining going on for Jaedong. He's going to lose absolutely everything here, and Infestor is picked off coming out. The Zealots descend upon the Hydralisks, giving chase, and there's not too much space for them to run. He's trying to do a little bit of kiting, but with that charge, he's not going to be able to escape. There's the GG. Jaedong taps out, and we have a 3-1 lead for CJ Entis in this best of 9.